Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Ah, yeah. No, they changed your mind. They changed your mind. You didn't change. Go ahead, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker said go ahead. Mr. Speaker, my contribution, Mr. Speaker, is not on the the construction of the bill, but basically on the philosophy that determines why this bill in this house today. Mr. Speaker, land is it's not an infinite resource. We have a limited amount of land, 248 square miles of country, some of it not habitable. Now, anytime we are looking to sell land to aliens, as is said in the Act, Mr. Speaker, we must be extremely careful, because there are people in the diaspora who want to buy land. There are young people who want to buy land, but the price of land is becoming so exorbitant that these people can't afford to buy land. So when we are dealing with licenses for foreigners to buy land, we have to be very careful. So you must understand the philosophical concern that I have, or we have on this side, about the selling of land to foreigners. Mr. Speaker, the transfer or the authority to purchase, to get a license to buy land, now is shifted from the cabinet to a board, a CIP board, a committee of the board to be exact. Mr. Speaker, the CIP board also issues passports. I want to ask a question. No? Citizens, technicality. Okay. I want to find out, Mr. Speaker, and it's out of a question. I do not want to be accused. A question. When someone has a passport, a CIP passport, does that person have an automatic right to purchase land without a license? All right, sir. Okay. So that means that is why, Mr. Speaker, it's even more important. So you need to be careful how you sell land, or how you allow aliens to buy land in St. Lucia. It makes it even more important, Mr. Speaker. Another question, another query I have. I understand that there is the DCA has to give some authority, etc. But is it true that the government intends to at least statutarize the DCA? That further dilutes the power, because you see, Mr. Speaker, when these boards, man, why you don't listen? You just making yourself listen, man.
Honorable members.
I serious thing you get no.
Leader of the Opposition remain.
Relax yourself, man. I vex you. I just tell you, relax yourself. Cool out.
Leader of the Opposition. Proceed, sir.
Mr. Speaker, tell him to. But I ain't making noise. I serious talk. And now you were sleeping, you get up.
Honorable Leader of the Opposition.
Yes. Now, you see, Mr. Speaker, when the government statutarizes the DCA, Mr. Speaker, does not further dilute the power of cabinet? Because, you see, the people that you'll put in the DCA will most likely be your people. So you're making it easier to buy land. That's what you say you want to do. And you're making it easier to get approval to do things that may be in contrary to the environment. Maybe, I said. And you know your history with the National Trust. That is why, Mr. Speaker, we are speaking about the philosophical underpinning behind that bill, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister said that the bill was to remove the power from Cabinet. But in Section 24, he says the bill is to limit the power of Cabinet, or to get Cabinet away from issuing alien and holding license. But in Section 24, he is giving Cabinet the power to waive the license fee. Why? If you want to limit Cabinet power, as you see, why must Cabinet have the power to waive the fee? There ought to be a criteria set, and let the CIP board that you've delegated the powers to, let the CIP board do it. Why? But you're amending the law. The Prime Minister also said that the aliens used to sell the land through an IBC Act. The question now, Mr. Speaker, under IBC Act, because of the recent legislation or the proposed legislation by the EU, etc., won't IBCs soon become a thing of the past? And IBCs soon going to become a thing of the past because you want to end ring fencing and etc. So IBCs soon going to be a thing of the past. So why? I really don't understand. I don't understand, Mr. Speaker. I really don't understand. But, Mr. Speaker, what I'm saying to you is that we have a right to protect our land and protect the patrimony of our people. I'm warning that there are hundreds of St. Lucians who want to buy land in St. Lucia, who cannot buy land. Some of them because land is not available, some of them because land is too expensive. We cannot be giving out acres and acres of land in the name of present development. We have to be cautious, we have to be careful, Mr. Speaker, and we have to be prudent in the selling of land to aliens. As to the mechanics of the bill and the structure of the bill, the lawyers and the legal people do that. But my concern is the philosophical principles underpinning the selling of land to foreigners and the ease with which foreigners are allowed to buy land in St. Lucia. That is my concern. That is my concern, Mr. Speaker. Because we may end up where St. Lucians and the children of members here and St. Lucians living in the diaspora may not be able to get appropriate land or adequate land or the land that they want to buy in St. Lucia because all that land has been bought by aliens. And there are a lot of aliens with a lot of money. There is a lot of money, and that is why I want to listen to what the Prime Minister said about due diligence. Because there are many aliens with a lot of money. There's a lot of money in the world that needs to come somewhere. And when that money is available, the cost of land will increase. And this is the philosophical things I'm speaking about. Because the aliens will be willing and able to buy land because they have the money. So I just want to exercise caution in that when we are making it easier for aliens to buy land, we understand that the land is a limited resource and there are a number of solutions who would like to, who want to, and who may not be at this present time able to buy land, particularly the young people of St. Lucia, the young graduates who want to have a piece of this country that belongs to them. So my concern is a philosophy and the thinking behind making it easier for aliens to buy land. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.